particular video, we are going to talk about these specimens: Amoeba, Hydra, liver fluke, Ascaris, Leech, Earthworm, prawn, silkworm, honeybee, snail, starfish, shark, Rohu, frog lizard, pigeon and rabbit. So one by one we will see. Let's start with Amoeba. Amoeba का अगर आपको actual image अगर देखने के लिए मिलेगी तो कुछ इस तरह से रहेगी, या कुछ diagram या slide. You have to identify on the basis of its structure कि ये amoeba है, and then you're going to write its features. So first of all, let's see the classification. Kingdom is Protista, phylum Protozoa, class Carcodina, order Lobosa, genus Amoeba, species Proteus. It is unicellular or acellular. It is microscopic organism. It is found in freshwater pond and ditches. It is irregular in shape and its size is 0.25 to 1 millimeter in diameter. Body changes its shape constantly with formation or withdrawal of broad, irregular, finger-shaped, round-tipped temporary processes called the pseudopodia. जो irregular finger-shaped structure जो होते हैं, that is called as pseudopodia. Temporary hind end uroid is marked by a wrinkled region with retracting pseudopodia. जो उसका hind end होता है, it is referred to as uroid. UROID. Body is in the form of a translucent mass of protoplasm covered by a very thin, delicate, selectively permeable plasma membrane, plasma lemma. जो उसके amoeba के चारों तरफ जो membrane उसको bind करके रखती है, confine करके रखती है, that membrane is called as plasma lemma. Let's see the diagram first. इस तरह से कुछ आप diagram बनाएंगे और diagram को आप label करेंगे. This is the nucleus, this is nucleolus. बाहर की साइड जो cytoplasm है, it is called as ectoplasm. The cytoplasm towards the inner side, it is called as endoplasm. This is the contractile vacuole. This is the hind end, referred to as uroid. These are pseudopodia, and the membrane is called as plasma lemma, and these are the food vacuoles. The protoplasm is distinguishable into an outer thin clear ectoplasm and inner granular more fluid portion called the endoplasm. बाहर का जो portion होता है, बाहर का जो cytoplasm का portion होता है, it is called as ectoplasm and inner is called as endoplasm. Amoeba ingest food by pseudopodial action, and food vacuole is an intracellular digestive cavity surrounded by a vacuolar membrane derived from plasma lemma. Nucleus is a single small spherical body lying in endoplasm containing nucleoli. Contractile vacuole clear है, round होता है. Pulsating vacuole present, it is present in the endoplasm. और function क्या होता है contractile vacuole का? To expel water, मतलब ये osmoregulation में help करता है. Taken in from a hypotonic environment. Respiratory exchange occurs at the body surface through the plasma lemma. Amoeba reproduces by binary fission and multiple fission. So during unfavorable condition, active amoebae become sluggish, lose their food vacuole and pseudopodia and get encysted. जब unfavorable condition होती है तो वो encysted हो जाती है और उसका जो है food vacuole जो होता है वो ख़त्म हो जाता है और pseudopodia भी वो retract हो जाते हैं, ख़त्म हो जाते हैं and it gets encysted. Next is Hydra. Hydra का actual diagram इस तरह से रहेगा कुछ. You have to identify, either it could be there in the form of slide or an image. You have to identify and then write the comments. Hydra, it belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Nidaria, class Hydrozoa, order Hydroida, genus Hydra, species Vulgaris. It is a solitary. Solitary means single, found single, not in groups. Solitary polyp is the common inhabitant of fresh water, particularly ponds, stream, lakes and seasonal ditches. It is diploblastic. इसका मतलब है कि उसकी जो body जो membrane है जो embryonic membranes है, दो membrane से मिलके बनी है and radially symmetrical 4 to 10 millimeter in length. It is carnivorous and feeds on small crustaceans such as Daphnia and Cyclops. It is cylindrical body. अच्छा इसका एक बार diagram देख लेते हैं. Body cylindrical है. This is the body. These are the testes here. This is the ovary, ovum, pedal disc. This is the small bud. And these are the tentacles. और tentacles पे batteries of nematocyst present है. And this central part is the hypostome which represents the mouth. It has a cylindrical body with a crown of tentacles, 6 to 8 in number on free end. Tentacles of Hydra bear batteries or nematocysts. They help in locomotion and food capture. जो ये batteries of nematocyst है, it helps in locomotion and food capture. Basal part of the Hydra has a pedal disc or the basal disc, which secretes the sticky mucus for addition to the substratum. Mouth is situated on a hypostome or manubrium around the base of which the tentacles are arranged. Hydra has no anus, only cavity in the body is coelentron or gastrovascular cavity. Body wall is formed of an outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. दो diploblastic animal है तो ectoderm और endoderm present है, mesoderm नहीं है. In between them is a thin and acellular mesoglia. Hydra reproduces asexually by budding and sexually by formation of gametes. It normally possesses a single ovary in aboral region and many testes in the oral region. And it has a high grade regeneration capacity. उसको अगर कट कर दें तो वो दोबारा से regenerate हो जाता है. Next, liver fluke. Liver fluke का actual image, it looks somewhat like this. और इसका diagram भी एक बार देख लेते हैं. This is the mouth. This is oral sucker. Here, present here. This is the gonopore. This is the acetabulum and excretory pore. Now let's see what are the functions of these. Liver fluke, it belongs to the kingdom Animalia, phylum Platyhelminths, class Trematoda, order Digenea, genus Fasciola, species Hepatica. Liver, it lives in the bile duct of sheep, feeding on bile and causing the disease liver rot. ठीक है, you have to remember कि ये कौन से organism में रहता है. Body is dorsoventrally flattened, measuring 2 to 3 centimeter in length. Color is pinkish. Body is covered by a thick, tough cuticle bearing numerous microscopic backwardly directed spinules. Body is unsegmented with two suckers. दो suckers होते हैं, एक तो oral sucker होता है जो anterior end पे present होता है and acetabulum जो कि posterior sucker होता है. Located between the sucker is a single mid-ventral gonopore. हमने देखा था ना oral और यहाँ पे ओरल और सकर और जो ये वेंट्रल सकर है एंटीरियर और पोस्टीरियर दोनों सकर के बीच में यहाँ पे गोनोपोर प्रेजेंट होता है. The anterior sucker is drawn out into a thick prominent cephalic lobe. Mouth is situated at anterior end and surrounded by oral sucker. There is no anus. An excretory pore opens at extreme posterior end of the body. It is hermaphrodite. It means that both male and female gonads are present in the same individual. It is digenetic endoparasite with alternation of host. Digenetic का मतलब होता है कि it lives on two host. ठीक है, एंडोपैरासाइट है इसका मतलब ये पैरासाइट बॉडी के अंदर रहता है होस्ट की. ठीक है, प्राइमरी होस्ट इज शीप एंड सेकेंडरी होस्ट इज स्नेल. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. इसका प्राइमरी होस्ट है शीप एंड सेकेंडरी होस्ट इज स्नेल और प्लेनॉर्बिस. Different larval stages of fasciola according to developmental sequences are Miracidium. Miracidium के बाद जो larval stage है that is porocyst, then redia stage, then cercaria and then metacercaria. Next, Ascaris. Actual image of Ascaris looks somewhat like this, and this is the diagram. Here you will find that this is the male Ascaris which is shorter in length and the female Ascaris which is longer in length. It has excretory pore here, mouth here, gonopore, lateral line, anus. The male has pineal CT, cloaca, excretory pore, mouth, and when we look at the mouth, it has got these mouth lips. Ascaris, it belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Nemathalmins, class Phasmidia, order Ascaroidea, genus Ascaris, species Lumbricoides. It is most common roundworm. It is an endoparasite which lives in small intestine of man. Body is elongated, unsegmented and cylindrical with tapering ends. Tapering means pointed ends. Body color is light yellow to light pink. Sexes are separate with sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means when an organism can be externally distinguished into male and female. मतलब किसी organism को हम बाहर से देख के अगर हम बता दें कि ये male है या female है, that property is called as sexual dimorphism. Male is smaller than female, 15 to 30 centimeter in length with curved tail, two pineal CT, copulatory organs and a cloacal aperture. लेकिन जो फीमेल होता है, फीमेल लॉन्ग होती है, 20 to 35 सेंटीमीटर होती है, और उसका पोस्टीरियर एंड स्ट्रेट होता है, ना कि कर्व्ड, और वो ब्लंट होता है. Mouth is terminal, triradiate, surrounded by 3 lips, one median dorsal and 2 ventrolateral. Excretory pore is small and situated mid-ventrally, a little behind the mouth. Female possesses a posterior transverse anus and separate gonopore situated ventrally 1/3 from the anterior end. यहाँ पे देखा था ना आपने, anterior end है, ये रहा anterior end से 1/3 distance पे excretory pore present होता है. Ascaris is monogenetic. Monogenetic मतलब इसका सिर्फ एक ही host होता है. Only one host is required for development. Infection takes place through embryonated eggs in contaminated food and water. It causes the disease Ascariasis with the symptoms abdominal discomfort, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea and colic pain. ठीक है, अगर आपको ये एग्जाम में प्रैक्टिकल में अगर आता है तो आपको डिजीज़ ज़रूर मेंशन करनी है, और डिजीज़ के क्या सिम्टम्स होते हैं ये वाला कमेंट आपको ज़रूर मेंशन करना होता है. नेक्स्ट इज लीच. It looks like this, and let's see the diagram. This is the anterior sucker, and here the mouth is present. This is the male genital aperture here. This is the female genital aperture. This is segment here. The segmental receptor organs are present. These are the nephridiopores. This is the anus here. You can see here. And this is the posterior sucker. So this is the dorsal view. Dorsal side से देख, ऊपर से देखने में ऐसा लगता है, और ये ventral side से मतलब नीचे की साइड से देखें तो ये ऐसा लगता है. एग्जाम में आएगा तो आप सिर्फ एक ही व्यू बना देना और इसी में सब लेवल कर देना. किंगडम एनिमेलिया, फाइलम एनालिडा, क्लास हिरुडीनिया, ऑर्डर ग्रैथोपडेलिडा, जीनस हिरुडिनेरिया, स्पीशीज ग्रैन्युलोसा. So Hirudinaria granulosa, Indian cattle leech. It feeds on blood of cattle visiting freshwater ponds, lakes, tanks, etc. It is an ectoparasite, मतलब बॉडी के ऊपर रहता है, and has a blood sucking sanguivorous habit. Body is soft, elongated, dorsoventrally flattened, measuring 10 to 15 centimeter in length. Body color is olive green on dorsal surface and orange yellow on the ventral surface. It has a fixed number of segments, 33 segments, and a typical segment is subdivided into 5 rings or annuli. Anterior 5 segments जो होते हैं, they bear 5 pairs of eyes. Large segmental receptor organs are present, 4 pairs on the dorsal side and 3 on the ventral side. It has 2 suckers, anterior and the posterior sucker. Anterior sucker is smaller, cup-shaped with the mouth in the middle. Posterior sucker, it is large, muscular and imperforated, meant for adhesion and locomotion. Anus opens mid-dorsally on the 26th segment at the base of posterior sucker. Male genital aperture lies mid-ventrally on a groove between second and third annuli of the segment 10. Female genital aperture, it lies mid-ventrally on a groove between second and third annuli of the segment 11. देखो, male genital aperture 10 segment में और फीमेल 11 सेगमेंट में. ये हर्माफ्रोडाइट होता है, इसका मतलब मेल और फीमेल दोनों ही सेक्स ऑर्गन्स एक ही ऑर्गेनिज्म में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. क्लाइटेलम इज टेम्पररी. देयर इज नो लार्वल स्टेज और मेटामॉर्फोसिस. इट सिक्रीज द एंटीकोएगुलेंट हिरुडिन फ्रॉम सलाइवरी ग्लैंड्स विच प्रिवेंट्स द ब्लड क्लॉटिंग ऑफ होस्ट. ये केमिकल सिक्रीट करता है जिसको हम हिरुडिन कहते हैं, जो कि जो होस्ट है उसको ब्लड क्लॉटिंग नहीं होने देता, ताकि जो है ब्लड वो जमे ना, वो ब्लड बहता रहे और वो लीच उसको सक करता रहे. Next, earthworm. It looks like this. It had segments on the body, and this is the diagram. Here you can see the mouth. These are the CT. This region is called as the clitellum. These are the genital papillae. This is the male genital aperture. This is the female genital aperture here. This is the peristomium and prostomium. This is the anus. Earthworm, it belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Annelida, class Oligochaeta, order Opisthophora, genus Ferretima, species Posthema. Ferretima, Indian earthworm, is nocturnal. It measures about 15 centimeter in length. Body is brown or clay colored, consisting of about 100 to 120 segments. Body is cylindrical, elongated, bilaterally symmetrical with both external and internal segments. Mouth and anus open terminally at the anterior and posterior ends respectively. Fleshy lobe fold overhanging mouth is prostomium. जो mouth होता है it is prostomium which is not a true segment. और ये जो first segment है ये true segment नहीं है. First segment is peristomium और buccal segment which bears a crescentric mouth. तो जो actual में first segment है वो है peristomium या buccal segment which bears a crescentric मतलब इस shape का mouth होता है. Clitellum, a circular thickened glandular tissue is present in the segment 14 to 16. All segment except the first, last and clitellar segment contain chitinous S-shaped CT help in locomotion. Important यार S-shaped के CT होते हैं जो कि locomotion में help करते हैं. Spermathecal pores, they are present in intersegmental grooves of 5, 6, 7, 8 or 8, 9. They are 4 in pairs. Female genital aperture is a small opening. It lies on ventral surface of the 14th segment. Male genital apertures are 2 in number, slit-like and lie on the ventrolateral sides of 18th segment. एक hermaphrodite है, monoecious है. Eggs are laid in cocoons secreted by glandular clitellum. डेवलपमेंट डायरेक्ट होता है, कोई लार्वल स्टेज नहीं होती है. इसको फार्मर्स फ्रेंड भी कहते हैं बिकॉज इट हेल्प्स इन प्लोइंग ऑफ द फील्ड एंड ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेस द फर्टिलिटी ऑफ द सॉइल. Next is prawn. This is how it looks. And this is the diagram. You can see this region, these are the eyes, this region is the rostrum, this saw-like region is the rostrum, these are the maxillae, ped, this is the antenna, these are the walking legs, these are pleopods, these are the uropods, this is the telson, this part is the telson, and this region is the abdomen, and these are the antennules. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, class Crustacea, subclass Malacostraca, order Decapoda, genus Pallemon, and species Malcolm somni. It inhabits freshwater streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. It is nocturnal and omnivorous. Nocturnal means it is active during the night. Body is elongated, spindle shaped. Spindle shape, इस shape को हम spindle shape कहते हैं. Tapering at both ends. Bilaterally symmetrical, measures 25 to 40 centimeter. Body color is dull pale blue or greenish with brown, orange, red patches. Body is divided into two distinct parts, an anterior rigid cephalothorax and a posterior flexible abdomen. Cephalothorax is large, unjointed and covered by a strong shield or carapace. Cephalothorax is formed by fusion of head comprising 6 segments and thorax comprising 8 segments. मतलब 6 segments जो head के plus 8 segments thorax दोनों को मिला के cephalothorax कहते हैं. Carapace extends forward overhead as a long serrated and pointed rostrum. जो उसकी ऊपर की covering होती है that is called as carapace, जो hard सी covering होती है. और वो आगे head की तरफ जाके pointed इस तरह से मैंने अभी बताया था saw like that it forms rostrum. Two prominent eyes carried as long stalks project on both sides of rostrum. दो prominent eyes होती हैं rostrum के side में, abdomen में 8-6 segments होते हैं and post segmental terminal pointed telson. Cephalic appendages are paired antennules, antennae, mandibles, maxillulae and maxillae. Thoracic appendages are 3 pairs of maxillipedes and 5 pairs of walking legs. Abdomen bears 6 pair of pleopods or the swimmerets. Sixth pair of the abdominal appendages are large uropods. Highly nutritive food for man, and the prawn culture in the paddy field, it provides the employment to people. ये paddy के साथ इसका prawn को भी साथ में culture किया जाता है. Next is silkworm. This is how it looks. This is the cocoon of the silkworm. This is actually the caterpillar, and this is the how the adult looks like. ये adult male है and this is adult female. इसका ये head part है. This is the antenna. This is region is the thorax region. This is the abdomen and these are the wings. Silkworm, it belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, order Lepidoptera, genus Bombyx, species Morai. इट इज़ रेयर्ड ऑन मलबरी फॉर इट्स सिल्क। ये आपको पता है कि जो मलबरी होता है, शहतूत का पेड़ होता है, उस पे इसकी रेयरिंग की जाती है सिल्क के लिए। अडल्ट मॉथ इज मीडियम साइज 2.5 सेंटीमीटर इंसेक्ट, रॉबस्ट बॉडी ऑफ क्रीमिश वाइट कलर, body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. Head bears a pair of compound eyes, a pair of pectinate antennae and sucking types of mouth parts. Adult silk moth does not feed during its very short life period of 2 to 3 days. जो अडल्ट होता है उसका लाइफ पीरियड जो होता है ओनली 2 to 3 days होता है. Thorax bears 2 pairs of wings covered with scales and 3 pairs of legs. At rest, wings are held horizontally on sides of the body. Due to heavy body and feeble wings, flight is not possible by female moth. एब्डोमन जो होता है वो स्टाउट होता है, सेगमेंटेड और हेयरी होता है. कैटरपिलर्स जो होते हैं they are elongate, rough, wrinkled, glabrous and white. Larvae feed on leaves of mulberry and spin the silken cocoon. तो एक्चुअल में जो लार्वल स्टेज होती है, जो कैटरपिलर स्टेज होती है, वो ही सिल्क के धागे जो होते हैं उनको उनका कोकून बनाती है. राइप कोकून्स आर ट्रीटेड विद बॉइलिंग वाटर टू किल प्यूपा बिफोर हैचिंग. और जो ये कोकून्स जब बन जाते हैं फिर उसको बॉइलिंग वाटर में डाल के प्यूपा को किल किया जाता है. रेयरिंग ऑफ सिल्क मॉथ्स फॉर कमर्शियल प्रोडक्शन ऑफ सिल्क इज कॉल्ड एज सेरिकल्चर. Mysore is the biggest center for the production of raw silk in India. Next is honeybee. This is how it looks. And this is the image. The diagram. This is the head. This part is called the thorax. These are the four wings. ये four wings हैं ये. These are the hind wings. This region is the abdomen. This is the hind leg. This is the middle leg. This is the foreleg. This is the compound eyes. These are the antennae here. And this is the position of leg with cleaning antenna. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, order Hymenoptera, genus Apis, species Indica. So Apis indica, it is the Indian bee. It is used for commercial beekeeping or apiculture. Beekeeping is called as apiculture. इट इज़ सोशल एनिमल, कॉलोनियल कॉलोनीज में रहता है. इट शोज पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म. इसका मतलब है एक ही कॉलोनी में आपको क्वीन, वर्कर, ड्रोन देखने के लिए मिल जाएंगे, तो इसीलिए हम इसको पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म हम कहते हैं. इट शोज पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म एंड डिविजन ऑफ लेबर. डिविजन ऑफ लेबर मीन्स सबका अलग अलग रोल होता है. अ कॉलोनी ऑफ हनी बी इज ट्राइमॉर्फिक. ट्राइमॉर्फिक का मतलब 3 तरह के आपको वहाँ पे ऑर्गेनिज्म मिलेंगे. पहला तो क्वीन, दूसरा वर्कर जो कि स्टेराइल फीमेल्स होती हैं, और तीसरा ड्रोन्स होते हैं मेल्स. बल्क ऑफ द कॉलोनी इज कंस्टिट्यूटेड बाय वर्कर्स. Workers perform all work such as building cells, gathering pollen and nectar, feeding young and defending the colony. Worker is black or brownish with dense hairy body. Body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Head is triangular, carrying a pair of large compound eyes, 3 ocelli and a pair of short 12 jointed antennae. Mouth parts of workers are greatly modified and elongated and fitted for gathering nectar and pollen. Thorax is 3 segmented, bearing 3 pairs legs and 2 pairs of wings. Hind leg of honeybee worker is modified into pollen collecting apparatus with pollen basket and pollen brush. Abdomen में 6 segments होते हैं which bears the wax glands and terminal barbed sting. The sting is modified ovipositor used for injecting poison. Extremely valuable insect है. It provides honey and wax, important pollinator in agriculture. Next is snail, the apple snail. This is how it looks like. And this is the diagram where you can see these are the coiled shells. This is the apex part of the shell. This is the suture, these junction between these turns. This is the suture. This is the penultimate worm. सबसे last के पहले वाला ये whorl है. The body whorl, this is called as the body whorl. These are the lines of growth that you can see. This is the umbilicus. This part is called as the umbilicus and it is the operculum. So let's see the classification. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Mollusca, class Gastropoda, order Mesogastropoda, genus Phyla, species Globosa. It lives in ponds, pools, lakes, marshes, paddy fields, etc. It is voracious eater. Voracious मतलब बहुत तेजी से ये खाता है. and feeds upon succulent aquatic plants, example Balisneria pistia. The body is covered by a univalve shell which is univalve मतलब एक ही सिंगल शेल होती है। जैसे आपने वो देखा होगा पिंक टेडा जिसमें मोती निकलता है, उसमें दो शेल्स होती हैं, वो बाईवॉल्व शेल कहते हैं उसको, लेकिन इसमें एक ही शेल है तो इट इज़ यूनिवॉल्व शेल which is lemon yellow, brownish or blackish in color, globose and dextral or right handed. There are usually about 61 by 2 whorls, six and a half, sorry, 6.5 whorls, increasing in size towards the aperture. Okay, 6.5 whorls होते हैं, whorls मतलब इस तरह से ये whorls होते हैं, एंड इंक्रीजिंग इन टाइट टुवर्ड्स द अपर्चर, सबसे ऊपर की साइड में अपर्चर होता है तो साइज इंक्रीज होता रहता है। सरफेस ऑफ शेल इज मार्क्ड बाय लाइंस ऑफ ग्रोथ, एपेक्स इज टॉप ऑफ शेल एंड ओल्डेस्ट पार्ट, जो एपेक्स का पार्ट होता है वो वाला जो वर्ल होता है दैट इज द ओल्डेस्ट। बॉडी वर्ल opens to exterior by an aperture or mouth which can be closed by an oblong plate called the operculum. Body is mainly composed of three regions: head, foot and visceral mass. Head bears two pairs of retractile tentacles, tactile and olfactory in function. Tactile मतलब टच के सेंस को परसीव करते हैं और olfactory मतलब स्मेल को परसीव करते हैं. And a pair of eyes located on omatophodes. Foot is muscular and flat and serves for creeping. Visceral mass मतलब फुट जो है वो उसको चलने में हेल्प करता है, धीरे धीरे जो वो मूव करता है उसमें हेल्प करता है। विस्रल मास इज मेन पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी कंटेनिंग ऑल विस्रल ऑर्गन्स एंड कवर्ड बाय अ थिन एंड डेलिकेट पैलियम और द मैंटल। इट इज एम्फीबियस। एक्वेटिक रेस्पिरेशन अगर जब होता है तो वो गिल्स से होता है जिसको टेनिडियम कहते हैं, एंड जब एरियल रेस्पिरेशन होगा तो वो लंग से होगा जिनको पल्मोनरी सैक कहते हैं। सेक्सेस सेपरेट है एंड डेवलपमेंट डायरेक्ट है, कोई लावल स्टेज प्रेजेंट नहीं है। Next is starfish. This is how it looks. And this is the diagram. This is the arboreal view. ऊपर की side में ये and this is the oral view. This is the oral view and this is the arboreal view. ठीक है, यहाँ पे oral side में आप देखिए यहाँ पे mouth present होता है. These are the tube feet. These are the arms. These are the terminal tentacles. These are the ambulacral grooves. यहाँ पे madreporide present है. These are the marginal spines, central disc. This region is the anus. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Echinodermata, class Asteroidea, order Forcipulata, genus Asterias, species Rubens. Asterias sea star is found in all seas from tide marks to deep waters. It is nocturnal, means active during night, and carnivorous, feeding on polychaetes, crustaceans and mollusks. It is a pentamerous. Pentamerous मतलब इसकी 5 arms होती हैं, radial symmetry. The size ranges from 0 to 20 centimeter in diameter. Body coloration is variable including shades of brown, yellow, orange and pink. Body star shaped होती है, consisting of central disc and 5 flexible triangular arms with tapering ends. Tapering means pointed ends. Body is flattened with two distinct surfaces. Lower oral surface, lower जो नीचे का surface होता है that is the oral surface, और upper surface होता है that is called as the aboral surface. Central disc on the oral surface carries the mouth opening surrounded by peristome. Ambulacral grooves are present on the oral surface in each arm containing two double rows of short tubular retractile tube feet or podia. Tube feet help in locomotion, feeding and respiration. Central disc on aboral surface carries the thick circular grooved perforated plate, madreporide and an eccentrically arranged rounded aperture the anus. Madreporide it leads to water vascular system, ये आपको पता है एकाइनोडर्म्स जो होते हैं उसमें water vascular system present होता है. Skin is hard, leathery, having dermal branchiae, calcareous spines and pedicellariae. Pedicellariae small pincer blades over body for cleaning or protecting of the body surface. सेक्सेस सेपरेट होता है, डेवलपमेंट इनडायरेक्ट होता है, लार्वल स्टेज को बाई पिनेरिया कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज शार्क स्कोलियोडॉन. ठीक है, दिस इज द आई, दिस पार्ट इज कॉल्ड एज द स्नाउट, दीज आर द nares, mouth, gill slits, pectoral fin, this is the pelvic fin, this is the ventral fin, this is the caudal fin, this region is the trunk. This is the dorsal fin and this is the lateral line. ये dotted जो आपको दिख रही है, this is the lateral line. Classification belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, group Gnathostomata, superclass Pisces, class Chondrichthyes, order Squaliformes, genus Coleodon, and species Sorokova. It is marine, carnivorous, predaceous, cartilaginous fish feeding on worms, crustaceans and other fishes. Body elongated होती है, streamlined होती है या spindle shape भी कहते हैं, measuring about 30 to 60 centimeter in length. Body color is gray on the dorsal side and the lateral side it is white. Okay, gray on dorsal and lateral side और जो उसकी ventral side होती है that is white. Body surface is rough, backwardly projecting placoid scales embedded in the skin. ये important है, इसमें placoid scales present होते हैं. The body is divisible into head, trunk and tail. Head is dorso-ventrally flattened and produced in front into a snout and rostrum. Head bears a ventral mouth, a pair of nostrils, and a pair of prominent circular eyes. A little behind each eye, 5 vertically elongated external gill slits or branchial clefts are there. Trunk is long and possesses unpaired median fins, first dorsal, second dorsal, and anal or ventral, and paired pectoral and pelvic fins. A faint sensory lateral line runs along either lateral side of ट्रंक एंड टेल. मतलब दोनों साइड पे दोनों जो लेटरल साइड्स होती हैं वहाँ उस पे लेटरल लाइन ऑर्गन्स प्रेजेंट होता है, सेंसरी लेटरल लाइन प्रेजेंट होती है. नेक्स्ट, ट्रंक ग्रेजुअली टेपर्स. ट्रंक जो होती है वो टेपर करती है, टेपर मतलब पॉइंटेड हो जाती है, फॉर्मिंग अ टेल विद हीट्रोसर्कल कॉर्डल फिन. Cloacal aperture is situated at the base of the tail between two pelvic fins. Sexes separate होते हैं. Each pelvic fin of male has copulatory structure which is called as the clasper. Fertilization internal होता है, मतलब body के अंदर fertilization होता है. Ovoviviparous होता है with yolk sac placenta. Shark, it is eaten, it is nutritious. Dried skin को shagreen कहते हैं which is used to polish furniture and metals. Next is Rohu. This is how it looks. This is the diagram. This is the mouth, eye, head, trunk. This is the dorsal fin. This is the tail, caudal fin, anal, pelvic fin, pectoral fin, and this is the operculum. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, group Gnathostomata, superclass Pisces, क्लास ऑस्टिकथीस. ऑस्टिकथीस मतलब बोनी फिशेस. और इससे पहले हमने देखा था स्कोलियोडॉन, वो था कॉन्डिकथीस. कॉन्डिकथीस मीन्स कार्टिलेजिनस फिश, जिनका जो एंडोस्केलेटन होता है वो कार्टिलेज का बना हुआ होता है. यहाँ पे जो एंडोस्केलेटन है वो बोन का बना हुआ होता है. ऑर्डर सिप्रिनिफॉर्मेस, जीनस लेबियो, स्पीशीज रोहिता. It is the commonest Indian fish found in freshwater ponds, rivers, lakes, and estuaries. It is chiefly herbivorous and bottom feeder, eating on algae, aquatic plants. Body is moderately elongated, spindle shaped, length of more than 90 centimeter. Body color is bluish black on back, reddish black along sides and silvery below. Body is covered with thin, rounded, overlapping cycloid scale. यहाँ cycloid scales present है, वहाँ हमने देखा था placoid scales present थे shark में. Body is divisible into head, trunk and tail. Head is depressed and produced into a rounded snout projecting beyond mouth. Head also bears a pair of small nostrils, uh, a pair of lateral eyes, and a pair of large movable gill covers or opercula. Trunk, it is a thick middle part of the body and bears medial, उसमें एक medial dorsal fin present होता है, anal fin present होता है, और paired anal fins and paired pectoral and pectoral fins और pelvic fin जो कि pair पे present होता है. Lateral line runs along the mid lateral of the trunk and is continued up to tail. जैसे उसमें था ऐसे ही यहाँ भी lateral line present होती है. Tail is narrow and bears a deeply forked homocircle. वहाँ heterocircle caudal fin था, यहाँ homocircle caudal fin है. Labio breeds in flooded river during monsoon period. It is most suitable for pond culture. Next is frog. This is how it looks. This is the diagram. You can see the mouth, external nares, tympanum. This is the upper limb, forelimb. This is the hand. This is the forearm. This region is called as shank. These are the webbed feet. foot, hind limb, cloacal aperture, thigh. This is the yellow line. This is the trunk. This region is called as the hump. These are the dermal plaque. This is the brown spot here. This is the head. This is the eye, and this region is the snout. These are the external layers. It belongs to kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, group Gnathostomata, superclass Tetrapoda, class Amphibia, order Anura, genus Rana, species Tigrina. It lives near freshwater lakes, ponds and streams. Body color is olive green or brown with dark spots and underparts yellow or white. Body is spindle shaped, pointed anteriorly and rounded posteriorly 20 cm in length. Skin is thin, moist and slimy smooth with longitudinal folds. Head is flat, triangular with a pointed snout having paired nostrils. Eyes are large, spherical and bulging with eyelids and nictitating membrane. A small deeply pigmented circular tympanum or eardrum lies behind each eye. Forelimbs they are shorter with four free fingers. याद रखना फोर लिम्ब में फोर फिंगर्स होते हैं, लेकिन जो हाइंड लिम्ब होते हैं उसमें फाइव फिंगर्स होते हैं और वेब्ड टोज प्रेजेंट है. It is non-poisonous and harmless, carnivorous, eating on small worms, mollusks, crustaceans, and aquatic insects. It is beneficial to farmers as it feeds on many insects which are harmful to the crops. It is used for laboratory study as a vertebrate type. Lizard, this is how it looks, and this is the diagram. You can see the nostril here. This is the eye. This region is the tympanum, neck, clawed digits, forelimb, hind limb. These are the lamellae in the claw. These are the claws. These are the lamellae. This is the tail, and this region is called as the trunk. This is the head. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, group Gnathostomata, superclass Tetrapoda, class Reptilia, order Squamata, genus Hemidactylus. It is nocturnal and insectivorous, found in every home. The body color is light brown with irregular dark spots above and yellowish white below. Body is slender and flattened, measures about 14 cm in length. Upper part of the body is covered by horny, minute and smooth scales. Head is broad, flat and triangular, paired eyes, nostrils, external ear opening, mouth is present. Eyes lack movable eyelids but with vertical pupil. Tongue is short, sticky, slightly notched and protrusible. ट्रंक कैरीज प्रोट्रूसिबल मतलब वो एक्सटेंड हो जाती है और फिर वापस रिट्रैक्ट हो जाती है. ट्रंक कैरीज 2 पेयर्स ऑफ पेंटाडेक्टाइल लिम्स, 5 डिजिट्स होती हैं लिम्स में. स्विफ्ट रनर होती है, बहुत तेज दौड़ती है. एक्सीलेंट क्लाइंबर, वॉक ऑन स्मूथ वॉल. एडेसिव लेवल होते हैं क्योंकि इसके पैरों में. अंडरनीथ द फिंगर्स एंड द टोज. Tail is cylindrical and tapering and shorter than head and trunk. It has the ability to shed its tail if attacked by enemy. The stump heals and a new tail is usually regenerated. They are harmless and cannot inflict painful bites. Next is pigeon. This is how it looks and this is the diagram. You can see this is the head, this is the ear, this is the beak, trunk, clawed toes, hind limb, tail feathers, wings, neck, eye. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, group Gnathostomata, superclass Tetrapoda, class Aves, order Columbiformes, genus Columba, species Livia. It nests on old buildings, factory sheds, railway stations and goodyards. Plumage is slaty grey. Plumage means जो उसके ऊपर जो पंख present होते हैं, जो उसको cover करके रखते हैं, with glistening metallic green, purple and magenta sheen on the neck and upper breast. Measures 30 cm in length and body is divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail. Head is small, rounded and mobile with short, straight, pointed beak, adapted for feeding grains, pulses, seeds of fruits and grasses. A pair of slit-like nostrils are present at base of upper beak. Each nostril is dorsally overhung by small whitish swollen area called cere. Head also carries a pair of large lateral and rounded eyes. Neck is long and cylindrical. Trunk is compact, stout, an anterior thorax and a posterior abdomen. Tail is small, stumpy, and conical with a cloacal aperture at its base. Forelimbs are modified into wings, the chief organ of flight. Hind limbs are covered with epidermal scales and modified for perching and bipedal locomotion. Last is rabbit. This is how it looks, and this is the diagram. This region is abdomen, thorax. These are the pinna, external pinna, head, eyes, snout, neck, forelimb, hind limb, and the tail. Its scientific name is Oryctolagus, kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, group Gnathostomata, superclass Tetrapoda, class Mammalia, order Lagomorpha, genus Oryctolagus, species Cuniculus. It is found in fields, grasslands, open woodlands. It digs burrow, lead fossorial life. मतलब ये एक तरह से बरोज के अंदर ही रहता है. रैबिट्स आर ग्रिगेरियस. ग्रिगेरियस मीन्स ग्रुप्स में रहता है. हर्बीवोरस होता है, क्रेपस्कुलर होता है. इसका मतलब ये सुबह और शाम के वक्त एक्टिव होता है. एंड कॉप्रोफेगस होता है, मतलब ये अपना ही जो फीसिस होता है उसी को ये एनगल्फ कर लेता है. Body covered with hairy coat, dusty brown or black color, white patch under tail. Body is 40 centimeter long from mouth to anus and is made head, neck, trunk and tail. Head is large and produced anteriorly into a blunt snout or muzzle, bearing fleshy lip, large, stiff, tactile vibrissae and a pair of oval nostrils. Trunk is large and cylindrical, anterior narrow thorax, posterior broad abdomen. Female who has 4 to 5 pairs of mammary glands with teats along ventral surface of trunk. Trunk bears 2 pairs of limbs. Forelimbs are slender, each with 5 clawed fingers, while the hind limbs are longer and stronger with 4 clawed toes. Forelimbs are used for digging, hind limbs are used for leaping. Leaping means jumping. Tail balancing organ होता है during movement and it is the source of fur and flesh. They form useful laboratory animals for biological study. Okay, so that's all.